I was here in Gateshead as well, and I was dancing with the Lawnmowers. So I've got a shirt actually, so now I'm part of the Lawnmowers as well. Yeah, I got down in their crew. And this morning we had a really nice session, we danced all together, and now I'm very happy that I'm here at your school, so I can teach you some basics of the breakdancing dance. Sounds good? Yeah? Alright, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Ridu, and I'm from Holland, and I'm a professional dancer. I travel all over the world to do shows, to do workshops, and to enter competitions, like this weekend here in Newcastle. And it's great fun, it's really awesome. But for me, it wasn't easy at first, because I grew up with a lot of people making assumptions about me. So imagine yourself walking down the street and a lot of kids, people, they talk about you, they whisper, they laugh at you. It's a very confronting situation, right? For me, it took every bit of confidence I had when I was little right out of me. So when I was little, I dreamed about being famous, being on television or being in movies, because this way everyone would know who I was, so I didn't have to explain myself all the time. I'll explain to you my condition, otherwise you don't know. But I was born with a shorter right arm. My right arm is shorter than my left arm. I only have 2 fingers on my right hand. On my left hand, I only have 3 fingers, alright? So instead of giving me a high 5, you give me a high 3. Alright? You see high 3? Damn. My right leg is also shorter than my left leg. So what I have is I wear a prosthetic on my right leg. You want to see my prosthetic? Yes. Yeah? Can we get a drum roll going? So, this is my prosthetic. They're actually making a new model. This is kind of like an old-fashioned one. So I wanted to look a lot like RoboCop. You know him? Yeah. I showed a picture of RoboCop and I was like, can I have something like this? So they're building something now. So expect me to come back and maybe you can do cool stuff. Maybe they can let me fly or something like something like that. So also, I was born with only one hip. So I have my left hip, but I don't have my right hip. Alright? So if maybe you've seen a skeleton, or maybe you had it on school biology, a hip has a, I don't know if you call it a bone. Is it a bone? Where your hip is? And a bone, right? So I do have a bone, but I don't have like the ball where it places it. But my muscles, socket, yeah, my muscles, they took over the function of that socket. But what ends up happening is when I walk, I don't have the regular walk, but I walk a little bit like a gangster. Yeah? I walk a little like a gangster. So, you can imagine that for me it wasn't easy to grow up. Because like I said, I had to deal with a lot of assumptions from people. But I didn't let that stop me from doing what I wanted to do. And I had great support from my parents and my friends. So I was very active in different kinds of sports, doing a lot of snowboarding, skateboarding, a lot of martial arts, and I was actually playing the drums. So I could hold a drumstick with my right hand, and I could play the drums. Alright? And I was very stubborn, so if I wanted to do something, I didn't let this stop me from doing it. And I just went for it. So, as a little kid, I was going a lot to rehabilitation centers, and there the doctors would actually hold me back from the things that I could actually do. So, when it was time to ride a bike, they didn't give me a regular bike, but they gave me a bike with 3 wheels. And I said, I don't want that bike, I just want to go on a regular bike. And my dad, he bought me a mountain bike, and he put me on the mountain bike, and he said, okay, we're going to learn how to ride a bike. So we searched for a hill, and he took me to that hill, and hills are very rare in the Netherlands, but we found one. And he placed me on top of the bike, and he pushed me down the hill. But what ended up happening was that I fell down right away. All right? But what do you do when you fall down? That's right. You get back up and you try it again. You try it again and again until you're able to ride that bike. So that situation for me, it was about just riding a bike. But it's something that always kept in my mind. That if it's not working the first time, I just have to try it again and again and again. Or even try it my own way. And that's something you always need to keep in mind, okay? If it's not working the way that it's supposed to work, or it's not working the way that people want you, tell you how it should work, you find your own way of doing it. Alright? Great example is for my breakdancing, you need to have a lot of balance, alright? Well, you see my body, it is totally off balance in any way possible. My hands, my hips, my leg is twice as heavy as a normal leg. So how would I balance, right? Again, you try it, you fall down, alright? You try it again, you fall 100 times, alright? Until it works, and you take your time until you find the right balance, so you be able to hold it. Don't try that after lunch. So I found breakdancing when I was like 14 years old, and I fell immediately in love with it. And what I fell in love with is that I could do the moves that other people were doing, but I could do it on my own way. Alright? So just as I was telling you guys, if it's not working, you can try it at your own way. And now here I am. Like, I travel to a lot of countries to do the performances, to do a lot of battles, and to share workshops. And it's great fun. I'm able to do this now professionally, and I have my own dance studio in Holland where I teach kids like you how to dance and how to be themselves. And it's great fun, and I'm very happy to be here. So I have one message actually I want to share with you guys, alright? If there's something that I want you to come home with today, it's a message that I call no excuses, no limits. No excuses, no limits. And that means that anything in life is possible as long as you don't create any excuses for yourself. Alright? As soon as you say, oh, I can't do it, you're actually creating a limit for yourself. You're creating a limitation, you're creating a barrier. And believe me, nothing will end up happening. But if you say, I can do this, I'm going to try it, and especially I'm going to try it my own way, then you boost your confidence, and it will work. Believe me. Alright? So, we do this with the lawnmowers. They're used to this. You know, they are scarred for life now. So what ends up happening is that I say no excuses, and we all say no limits. Alright? Can we train it out?
Yeah.
Alright. No excuses?